There is nothing like it in America.
Just 3 weeks ago, I'm on YouTube and I'm seeing this documentary on where the facilities are now, and it's just heartbreaking. What happened? I mean, did James Rouse get it wrong? Why isn't this working?
Well, let's speak quickly about what James Rouse got right, because within 25 minutes of Baltimore City is Columbia, and Columbia is not a masterpiece of architecture, but it was profoundly from its beginning an inclusive place for people and the dignity of people and the respect for the land. Many years later, since Columbia opened up, in the early 70s, you have it. It was judged the safest city in America 2 years in a row, and for the past 2 years, it got second happiest city out of all the cities in America, and it's 25 minutes from Baltimore, right? So there must be something about sincere intention and valuing of the quality of life change. One of the reasons I began my Baltimore Fishbowl article with both a quote from Jim Rouse, my favorite, that cities were meant to be gardens in which to grow beautiful people. Because when you have a certain density of people, you can have symphonies, you can have art galleries, you can have things that you just can't when you don't have enough population, right? Great restaurants in quantity. With the Inner Harbor, no, I don't think he got it wrong. I think that what happened was there was no one to help it stay current. Why I began my article with Tivoli Gardens that was founded in 1848 and is still over 100 years later the number one destination for Denmark. One of the, I think, barriers to coming and enjoying the harbor today is that it costs you $28 plus just to go down. So what I wanted to do was see the city, invest in all of the areas in which people experience the harbor, coming in off of 95, where our museum, is there, and you hit Federal Hill, all the ways, but specifically to where the greatest concentration of out of state visitors would be. And that's at the convention center, right? And they're about to put 200 million in that, and Camden Yards, and have a way of having a street that makes it feel safe and happy and well lit. Because commercial development is different from developing or having the alchemy for an attraction. It's different. Mm-hmm. Because if you're a commercial developer, you're looking right away for good tenants to come in and to kind of just do the hamster wheel of income and stuff. But that's no longer, because of the advance in technology, that's no longer kind of it. And people won't come just to eat or to shop if they don't feel they could do that other places, or if they don't feel really safe and really happy and really that they have something that they will want to take all their friends to. And that means for the citizens of Baltimore, because that was great with Harborplace. It was so inclusive. You really had the residents of Baltimore, and there was something to do whether you had money in your pocket or you didn't. It was just the vibe.
For example, would you have retail down there still?
I would, but it wouldn't be the generic retail that's come in. And I think that there are Baltimore businesses, et cetera, that should be given some opportunity. But you have to think, if you're given that chance, you have to be better than normal. Yeah. You have to do something that is so fabulous. You don't want charity, like to say, oh, we should have some of our own, and then have their product be lame. I mean, you really still have to have what Jim Rouse was very gifted at, like seeing incredible talent. People like to buy stuff, but if that's what's driving it, you have to remember that the nature of it has to be more like what would compel you to leave your living room, and go downtown and feel good about it and spend a whole day and then love it so much that you're coming back again and again. It's so strange that we have in Premier Rides, a roller coaster design company that's worked in Abu Dhabi and Japan, and it's never built one in the state of Maryland. And their office is like right off of the Inner Harbor. And yet, so what I'd like to see is, Navy Pier, if you want to goes back, has their big Ferris wheel. London has the Eye. You know, the St. Louis has, of course, the kind of half a Mobius strip arch. People, I don't even like roller coasters, but I love them visually, And I thought that if the same time you would build that, you could build a pedestrian kind of access bridge underneath so that people could go up and stroll and have the same views. It's a very delicate alchemy to not just have a shiny new retail eating place that's good for a couple of years, but does it change the way that people feel when they come and give them persuasive reason to come back again and again and to be your best word of mouth people.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. I don't think no matter how good it looks, it's not enough to bring people back to the heart. Disney said the number one thing people praise Disney World and Land for is how clean it is. Number one. And I never forgot that because there's something about when things are neat and there's not trash and you feel safe, it lets you let your guard down to the wonder. So you got to have that balance. And one of the things I propose right away would be, Baltimore's not that big a city, to divide it by the 12 months of a year in 12 parts, do it on random whatever. And that month, everybody in that zip code gets to come in for free or for $1 or whatever. So that roller coaster and those things belong to them in a profound way, because nobody pays more taxes than the Baltimore City residents,
Yeah.
And that's another way of saying this is all of ours and yours especially.
Yeah.
I really believe that we have an extraordinary chance here that doesn't come to a city very often. And I wish the developers such great luck. If they want to hear from me, it's cheap, it's free, and if they don't, I will have tried my best out of love for the city.
Well,